Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Welcome to our very first podcast. My name is Akma
I'm Christina.
And I'm Atira.
and we are the
HIBISCUS
Podcast.
And here we are bringing you our very first series of Malaysia.
Who are you? Okay, so for this first episode, what are we gonna talking about?
So yeah,
What
it's
do you think?
it's Ramadan, so there's only one thing in my mind at the moment.
Oh, what is that
I
actually?
definitely think it's something that all of us can't live without. We're craving later. Waktu maghrib nanti.
Okay, yeah.
What do you think it is, Visa? Let's say in the countdown of three.
Okay,
Three,
Hey, all of
two,
us ah, all of us.
Okay,
okay.
3, 2,
Two,
1.
Food.
Yes,
Nice.
that's the topic for today.
Yeah.
That's a lot about there's a lot to talk about food actually. Everyone love food and yeah, it's Ramadan and people will look out for what to berbuka and all the food and sort of that. So, but for this episode, we actually not only talk about food, but we will include the culture in Malaysia. How the food culture influence Malaysia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, and I think it's very fitting with our overall series you got
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
are called the HIBISCUS podcast, where
Yes.
we will be discussing more
Mhm.
about
Malaysia.
Malaysian identity,
Yes.
which ranges from food and various aspects. So you guys watch out for our next few episodes.
Yeah.
But for
Yes.
today, we will be focusing more on food
Yeah.
and Malaysia's identity with our food culture.
Yes.
So
Talking about food, right? I
yeah.
want to talk about one thing. Before we start, let us share like what is our favorite food.
Yeah.
that's such a tricky question.
But you have to be
so
specific.
many.
What
Okay.
is your favorite Malaysian food?
Right, I have one
Malaysian,
already that
okay.
popped up in my head.
Yeah, what is it?
Lontong.
Oh.
Yang kuah lodeh tu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is my favorite food.
Oh.
It's like, and plus it's gonna be the Raya festive soon.
Yeah.
You bet I'm gonna be looking forward to eating,
I
cooking
see.
lontong lodeh. It's
Oh.
amazing.
So delicious.
It's such an amazing match with the sambal.
Oh.
Tumis or kacang merah. No, sambal kacang.
Yeah,
Yes,
sambal
yes,
kacang.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
What about
lontong.
Akma?
Oh, I can even think of one right now. Malaysian food I think nasi lemak.
Oh,
Yeah,
arbitrary
it's
mark.
like the classic.
Obvious lah. Nasi lemak.
Everyone's
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Mizan?
Yeah, in my case, I really like rendang. Most specifically, my mom's rendang.
I see.
But yeah, some
Rendang
people
what? Ayam,
rendang
chicken,
ayam. It has to
I
be
see,
rendang
It has
ayam.
to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
chicken.
But some people say that rendang is actually an Indonesian cuisine.
Yeah.
But
okay.
but it's a Malaysian food too, right?
Yeah.
So this is what we want to discuss today because we want to
Today, for sure.
really tell like if Malaysian food is the Malaysian itself or it does comes from like different countries and it's like being localized or like have been to
Expanded,
to match the culture here. So we want to discuss and we want to debunk about that lah.
Right, and then you did mention a lot of people compare rendang with Malaysian and but like identifying rendang as Indonesian food or Malaysian food. But because I have personally lived in Indonesia as well, I think we share same food, satay, rendang, but there are very distinct differences. For example, rendang, our Malaysian rendang, we're more we have more sauce to it. It has more liquid sauce. But then for Indonesian, it's very dry. It's dry, and again, the taste is very distinct. So it's expected, because we are neighboring countries. We were once a colony together, so it's expected.
I think for me, I can always taste rendang when it comes to festive like Hari Raya and also the kenduri wedding. The wedding. The first food I will look is rendang, obviously.
Yeah, I'm looking forward for this Raya.
Yeah,
I love rendang. Rendang has a special place in my heart.
of course.
But yes, we did mention a neighboring country, right? But I think it's important to also consider that Malaysia is a multi-ethnic country, right? We're not only consisting of Malaysians, but we also have Indians and Chinese.
Yeah.
So of course this will also affect our cuisine.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we have a quite ethnocentric cuisine where we have Malay cuisine, Chinese and Indian. And I think if wherever you go, whether it be mama, a restaurant, there will be some sort of fusion.
Yeah.
Chinese with Malay cuisine, and I think that's interesting. You know, do you guys have like a food that you know that is fused between those ethnic?
I think the most common one is the chicken rice and also roti canai. Yeah. Those two actually does come from both China and also India, but then they've been brought by them during the historically brought by them to our country, and I think they've been localized. Like if I recall, the Chinese version, the actual Chinese version of chicken rice, they steam the chicken, but in Malaysia we fry them because Malaysia like oils.
Malaysia like oils.
Same with roti canai. I think roti canai they add more spice because we just love spicy food in general.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think that's what I noticed.
As for me, I think it is more to satay and ayam gepuk. I think people like arguing that satay and ayam gepuk is from our country, but I think I've researched of satay says that satay is actually originally from Indonesia.
Of course.
Yeah, but the taste with our country is different lah, obviously.
And I think like in terms of satay, have you guys tasted satay with the kuah minang?
Oh no.
It's usually with kuah kacang, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the difference. In Indonesia, usually satay, for me lah, when I stayed there, I ate the satay called satay padang, and they use kuah minang. And like for us, there's like beef and chicken. It tastes very different from kuah kacang. It tastes like charcoal a bit. Yeah, charcoal a bit, and like spicy sweet, and it looks orange. It's tasty. And like for us, satay is beef and chicken, but they have
duck.
No, but they have kerang. They have shell. They have
the shells.
Shells, yes. And it's very tasty.
Wow.
So there's differences.
Satay kerang.
Yeah, that will be my go-to food every time I go there.
Wow.
It's tasty.
So Atira should bring us to Indonesia.
There are stalls here actually. Satay padang, even near UIA.
So we need to go outside.
Yeah, we should go. We should go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For berbuka, I think we
Let's
can
go.
get satay.
Let's go.
So this is why I find it so unique. That we can like geographically identify where the food comes from. This is what I noticed, that if the food is available in Indonesia, then it means that it's originally come from the Malay land. But if the food doesn't available in Indonesia, so it just basically meaning that the food comes from either China or India, brought by them, or any other countries besides the Southeast Asia region. Just like we talked just now, like I don't think that there's roti canai in Indonesia.
No, you can't really find it.
So that's just how unique, like how we can like easily identify the historical
context.
When it comes to food.
But it's quite interesting because it ranges from historical context and social context as well. And of course, although we share very similar foods with our neighboring countries and also fusions with ethnic groups in Malaysia, how concrete or to what extent does our Malaysian identity hold in terms of food culture? Because we have a lot of influences, right? But is there some sort of Malay influence we have on others? Because right now we're talking about influences we have from others, right?
That's hard to think, I think.
Right,
Because it's like, what is actually Malaysia have
Yeah, that we could like bring to the
Global society.
advertising besides nasi lemak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if foreigners were to come to Malaysia or hear of Malaysia and they were to be talking about food, nasi lemak would be the trademark, I think. The common food that people would know Malaysia for.
Yeah.
But the sad part is that people don't really know about the extent of nasi lemak
Malaysian.
as how like people from overseas know nasi goreng is from Indonesia.
True.
Yeah. So we still haven't been global, maybe to certain part of Southeast Asia country, but global in terms of the Westerns and the Australia, they don't really know about it sadly. And you know what? I heard that there's actually a nasi lemak version in Indonesia. They don't call it nasi lemak, but the concept is so similar. I think it's called nasi uduk something.
Nasi uduk. So how's that process like? Do they cook it?
Yeah. I think
same
the style similar, but and then they have like the sambal, but it tastes. I haven't tried it though, but I only look it online, and I just visually,
like how nasi lemak.
just visually look at the picture, and yeah, it actually quite close to nasi lemak in terms of how they prepare it. But the taste, I'm not sure. But then I read a few comments from the Indonesians saying that nasi lemak the concept is quite similar to their nasi uduk, which brings back to the idea is nasi lemak, you know, like originally came from the Malay region, the Malayan region, historically.
Yeah.
And you know, like talking about visually, you said you saw a picture of it. How is it represented? Is there like actually, you know, chicken, the kacang?
Yeah, they have like the white, you know, nasi lemak is white, and then they have the, I think, sambal at the side of the dish. It's so similar to nasi lemak, but perhaps without the peanuts, without the boiled egg.
And no anchovies as well.
No anchovies, but
Similar concept.
yeah, the similar concepts, yeah. And then they prepare it on top of the banana leaf. I think that's the key point, yeah.
Yeah.
To symbolize it.
So it looks like nasi lemak now, obviously.
So that's why sometimes foreigners, they can mistook nasi lemak as Indonesian food because
of
how
course.
similar
Yeah.
our cultures are, right?
Yeah, so I think that kind of brings back to you know our question, to what extent Malaysia holds this identity in terms of food, because you know if you were to think of Korea, they are very signified with their own culture of food, you know, like bibimbap, kimbap, tteokbokki, kimchi. It's totally related with Korea right away. You don't think of Japan, China.
Yeah, and so recognizable to the extent that people think that all Asian eats kimchi. Yeah,
All
they
people
hold that.
eat kimchi.
Like how people in the Western, they associate kimchi with Asian. Well, in reality, that only Koreans eat kimchi. But now they have like globalized kimchi to the extent that even Japanese and Chinese eat kimchi as their normal dishes, not as the Korean dishes.
I think we even have nasi goreng kimchi.
Yeah.
So everyone can eat that. So it's like combination of nasi goreng and kimchi. So we Asian that don't like the taste of kimchi can eat the nasi goreng kimchi.
We try to like mix and match everything to
For
you know,
sure.
match
So
our
everyone can taste it lah.
preference.
Yeah. But that's like, it's quite a staple already in Korea. There's like a difference, you know, like Malaysia. What is our staple food other than nasi lemak? And like you mentioned just now juga, nasi lemak, people tend to have the misconception where you know, nasi lemak could either be Indonesian or Malaysia. But then like Korea, okay, like kimchi, Korea.
Yes.
So
So what is Malaysian originality? Food.
in terms of food,
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, in terms of specific food, I can't give a definite answer. But we Malaysians have a universe, or not universe, but a national shared taste. We share a unique taste where I think if you eat it, all Malaysians or most majority Malaysians would like, which is spicy,
Yeah.
sweet, and a little bit of lemak-lemak. How do you say
Yeah,
lemak-lemak?
fatty.
It tastes very creamy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very fatty. Yeah.
But again, I think if we were to debunk our Malaysian identity in terms of food, we have to look at the aspects of our states. Each state
Yes.
has their own different
Yeah.
Yes, that's
output
correct.
or approach to food and their taste. So I just know for a fact, Negeri Sembilan, spicy.
Yeah,
Spicy.
of course.
Like 10 levels max spicy. But if you go to
Daging lemak salai.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Asam pedas.
Asam pedas, yes.
I want to try asam pedas.
Asam pedas Melaka, bro. It's so good.
Wow.
Asam pedas Melaka.
But my father's side,
Mhm.
my father's a Kelantan, so from Kelantan, yeah.
Mhm.
So I do taste Kelantanese food quite often. I have to say that Kelantanese, they don't like to eat spicy food
Yeah.
at
Like
all.
sweets,
At
I
all.
think.
They're like very coconutty flavors. Like
Oh.
every day they will make sure to put
Put the coconut milk.
yeah,
Oh, I see.
the santan, like gulai for breakfast, gulai for lunch, gulai for
for
dinner. No,
breakfast. Wow.
it's a fact.
Wow.
Even because they just like gulai or something that is not just a gravy, not just a kuah. There has to be included santan in it. Yeah, so it's very creamy and unhealthy. Yeah.
So it's safe to say that Cantonese cuisine uses a lot.
yeah, and it has to be
coconut
very
milk.
sweet too.
Has to be very sweet.
Yeah.
So sweet is more overpowering than
It's
spicy, is it?
it's a nice balance of sweet and creamy, but it's a savory food.
right.
Yeah. It's very rare to taste spices from the spice like our definition of spicy in Kelantanese food. Yeah. So if you want spicy, they normally just put sambal. Even sambal belacan is not well known there. They don't really eat sambal belacan.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Kelantan is famous of budu, right?
Yeah, but I never tried putu.
Oh. But is budu same with sambal belacan? Or
No.
different.
I don't really think so.
I
But the
also haven't
concept is
tasted
similar, but I just don't
budu.
like the smells. It's
Ah.
made of fish,
Mhm.
so it can be a bit smelly sometimes. Not trying to offend any Kelantanese out there, but that's just my preference. But I'm still anak Kelantan.
Anak Kelantan.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's quite similar to belacan though, because there's a very strong
Yeah.
smell because you use what is it called?
The shrimp paste.
Shrimp
Yeah,
paste,
yeah,
shrimp
shrimp
paste. So it's like sometimes it's like not cooked yet, so you have to put it over the fire. And I've done it before, and
Yeah.
like, the entire house would smell of belacan,
Yeah.
shrimp paste.
Oh,
So I
can't imagine
relate
the
to you
smells.
though with your voodoo. So of course, it's not to offend any of our listeners out there, but of course,
Yeah.
everyone has their own opinions. But even though the smell is very strong, I still eat belacan.
Yeah, I
with,
also love
you know,
belacan.
Right,
Yeah,
belacan
sama
with your
belacan.
sayur.
yeah. You know that belacan actually also coming from Indonesian, not Indonesian,
is
but
it?
I'm half Javanese. So
Same.
yeah.
Java.
Okay, yeah, Java. So I also experienced Javanese food,
Yeah.
and in my region, like majority of them have like Javanese descent.
Mm-hmm.
So we do it, like have the experience to taste Javanese food. Like, have you tried oh my god, what we call it again? I forgot lah. But it has a peanut sauces, and then they have these mihon, and then they mix it with veggies, and sometimes they put
Rojak, right?
not rojak. So it's pecal.
Pecel. Okay, yeah,
Pecel
yeah.
lele. It's not.
No, it's pecal.
Pecel only.
Yeah, only
Oh.
pecal. It's a Japanese food, I think.
Ah.
Because normally during weddings they would serve the pecal during weddings. Yeah.
In Kelantan?
Yeah.
No, in Javanese culture.
Oh, I see.
In Javanese culture.
Japanese culture.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
God you
how-
actually bring up that point of like Javanese, the pecel, because in Java or like Javanese cuisine, there's this meal called sambal goreng.
Ah.
Sambal goreng is mix of like the suhun mee.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There's like
Sambal
pedas.
goreng.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
some
yeah.
goreng. There's like the kacang panjang and all that. But this was a instance from my brother. He was a student here before, and he was like to his friend, "Yo, do you want to taste like sambal goreng? Like my aunt brought it for me." And then his friend, I'm not sure where his friend was from. Maybe Kelantan. I'm not sure. But when he heard of sambal goreng, he thought of something else. He thought it was sambal goreng that looked like black macam tu.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so there's even a differences of sambal goreng. So it's like really interesting, where our food
Yeah.
identity lies.
Like,
Because they're so
even-
different.
You can tell, like, even in Malaysia, in our state, we have like different influence coming from
Mhm.
outside. Like,
Mhm.
I think you're from Johor, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there must be a lot of Japanese influenced food in Johor because there's a lot of Japanese in Johor.
I'm not sure if this is Japanese food, but I think have you guys heard about Bugis? Bugis.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bugis.
yeah, Bugis.
My dad's Bugis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh okay. So my mom is Bugis.
Oh.
So I haven't heard a lot about Japanese. So I will talk about Bugis lah first.
Okay.
So when Raya, we will eat this food named burasa or berasa. Have you
Oh.
heard?
No.
It's like I like that food. When it comes to Raya, it's like ketupat, but the shape is like rectangle,
Oh wow.
and it like mampat
Oh, like
in
flat.
yeah. In the daun pisang lah.
Oh.
Same like ketupat, but the taste different from ketupat. But it tastes so good. I think you guys should
Wow.
try it.
What is it called again?
Burasa.
Burasa.
Yeah, burasa.
That's so wow. My dad's Bugis.
Oh,
I should
really?
know. I've never heard.
Maybe you can ask him.
Yeah. I'll definitely ask
Yeah.
him.
So what you
Should
normally
I?
eat with burasa? Because like the same way we eat with kuah kacang.
When it comes to Hari Raya, my relative, all of them will have that food, that kind of food, burasa, and the dish is just like how we eat with ketupat lah.
Yeah.
We have ayam masak merah,
Oh,
rendang and
I
all.
see. So,
Just same. That
Just pair it with different dishes.
yeah.
lah.
Itulah Raya Rumah Akbar.
Let's go to Johor.
Celebrate Raya at Akbar's
Yeah, it
house.
sounds interesting though.
Yeah.
Like, it
Yeah.
sounds tasty.
I think when this upcoming Raya, we will find a lot of food.
Yeah.
From our different races. So I think as Malaysian, we should take it not seriously, but we participate with our culture lah.
Yeah. Like knowing about the like where it came
Origins.
from. Yeah, the origins
Yeah,
of
the origins and ready to
Yeah.
embrace it, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to share with you guys. Do you know that there's a thing called nasi lemak cheese?
Oh really?
No way.
Yeah,
Please
yes.
tell me that
They
they
put
lie.
cheese.
No.
The melted cheese on top of nasi lemak.
Oh
And
please.
you know what? The price one, okay, 10 ringgits.
10 ringgit for that.
Yeah,
Then
because
we
they
get-
add
we get some
cheese.
cheese. Yeah.
Mozzarella cheese.
Yeah,
Okay. It's a
what-
trend, right?
It's a new
nowadays.
invention.
New invention, and anything with cheese is considered viral.
Yeah, I feel like cheese is. I think cheese will be a very long-term things in Malaysia, trendy, because if I recall, it has been the cheese trend started in 2016 when people do mukbang,
Mukbangs,
yeah. And you know, like they always put cheese, the cheddar cheese, and also the mozzarella cheese. So it influenced us Malaysia to assimilate the cheese trend to our food culture.
Yes.
Yeah, like what they've been doing. You know, during this Ramadan, I see so many stalls selling roti john, cheese, banje.
Of course.
Yeah, and then they
Everything
add
with cheese.
and then they add Korea.
Of course, Korea everywhere.
Okay, so we can say that this cheese influence was from Korea.
Yeah.
Korea.
Yeah, it's so weird, right? Why?
Yeah.
Do you like it? I mean, pudding.
Cheese.
Yeah. It's just based on it.
Yeah, I like cheese, but not every food I will put cheese
Cheese.
lah. It's like nasi lemak cheese. How come? I
Yeah.
cannot. I can't even imagine how the cheese on top of nasi lemak.
It's
Oh my
going to
God.
overpower the nasi lemak, right? It's quite
It
addictive.
won't be nasi lemak anymore.
Yeah.
Actually won't be nasi
The
lemak
taste won't be
anymore.
the same.
Yeah.
There's
Like,
no lemak.
exactly. There's no
Ah.
lemak taste. It'll just be like what?
Cheese.
Nasi cheese.
Ah.
shit. I cannot. No, I cannot.
Because it's
Yeah.
just nasi lemak is how it should be as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Yeah, and you know what's really not disappointing, but it kind of irks me sometimes
I feel
because
you. That's what I felt when you told me. There's
yeah,
a-
yeah,
nasi lemak
because
cheese.
people been associating cheese with Korean so often
Mhm.
to the fact. I mean, cheese is not from Korea; it's originally from
European,
Italy. So
yeah.
I mean, we should have at least give the credit to the Italy. But now people have been associating like ayam cheese Korea, that cheese Korea, that one cheese Korea.
Mhm.
Even there's actually a sambal. They advertise it as sambal garing spicy sambal garing cheese Korea.
Oh,
And the only
sambal
Korean
garing
thing
cheese.
about the sambal is the cheese.
Oh, how do you cook sambal with cheese?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it like Parmesan cheese? Where it
I think
can
so, it's
easily
Parmesan.
blend?
But if the sambal is advertised as sambal garing kimchi Korea, it makes more sense.
Yeah.
But this one
kimchi,
is cheese Korea. Like, come on, Korea's not the one who invent cheese, guys. It's Italy.
See, that's the thing. It's like we have been following this trend
Yeah.
of cheese since what year? 2016.
Yeah, 2065.
Up until right now, the trend just keeps
Yeah.
going bigger and
Cheese
bigger.
is a phenomenon. I
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's going to be like a very long term trending. Yeah.
think. When there is Korea, there will be cheese.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
It's
they
been-
like to combine it. I think.
Yeah. I think it's partly from the huge influence of mukbang. They like to dip, you know, like foods inside the nachos cheese. And
Ah.
nachos cheese actually from the America.
Nachos cheese.
Wow.
So good though.
Like it's so impressive, like how Korea can, you know, take someone else's culture and develop it as their
Their
own, and
own, yeah.
yeah, and how our people have been associating something that is not even Korean and, you know, associate with Korean. Yeah.
But I guess what we have to give credit to the Koreans as well, that they localize, or you know, they individualize what has been from others as themselves. Like for us though, like, are we actually doing the same effort in
Yeah.
making it as our own,
Yeah.
or are we just using this as another way of experimenting? Because truthfully, I still think nasi lemak cheese is not the go-to for you
Oh.
to use cheese. So it's like quite, you know, where exactly does this identity lies
Yeah, I
if we
understand.
use from other cultures? It's not a
Yeah.
problem, you know, to be influenced from other
Yes.
cultures, but it's a matter of, you know, executing it well.
Yeah, because
And-
we want to like globalize our
Mhm.
culture, but then that's what we do. So I think if you recall, we learn about status quo concept
Yeah.
in class. Yeah, so yeah, it makes more sense right now after we learned it.
Yeah.
Like how Korean is dominating
Uh-huh.
the market, like they want to
Yeah.
expand their status quo.
Especially in
Mhm.
terms of food.
Yeah, yeah.
We love food.
Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't love food?
Yeah.
They're-
Yeah.
They're very
Yeah.
smart. They use food.
We
and
just-
that's what all the audience
It
use.
just depends so much, and we just depends on, you know, chasing the trend from
Mhm.
outside. You know, they're trying to stay trendy. Yeah, until we don't have trends, we don't have something that we could be proud of, something that we could say
something
that, oh, it's
original,
yeah, something that
authentic Malaysia.
we could probably say, oh, it's actually come from Malaysia.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's really sad though.
I feel like maybe if I were to, share to a foreigner the food that I'm proud of, what do you guys think of? Like, what's the food that comes up to your head?
Well,
If it's not nasi lemak, I think mee goreng.
Mee
Oh.
goreng. Mee goreng. But what if like
Or-
someone goes like, oh, but isn't that like Indonesian? Because Indonesia is known for their instant
Oh.
Instant
mee
noodle.
goreng.
Instant noodle.
yeah.
Indomie.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. We don't have that like
Yeah.
That
one thing.
staple food,
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
are known for.
Yeah.
So
I don't
like
know.
then like earlier just now we were talking about how each states and the clans like Bugis has its
Mhm.
own food.
Mm-hmm.
Could that possibly in the future, be our staple
Yeah.
food, or is that still an influence from others?
I think it possible, but we just need to generalize the food because not everyone. I mean, in Kelantan we have nasi dagang. That's clearly from Kelantan, right? But not everyone like to eat nasi dagang. It's quite heavy. It's quite difficult to prepare the meal, and I just not realized that foods from outside they are so easy to make, unlike Malaysian food. Yeah, you have
That's
to.
true.
Yeah.
It requires a lot of
Yeah,
preparation.
and even though if you want to prepare nasi lemak, you have to prepare the rice, the sambal, and making the sambal is not easy. You have to spend like 4 to 5 hours.
To actually
Mm.
cook the
A good
Yeah.
sambal.
chili.
Yeah. There's also one of the issues we don't have that one dishes that are very time consuming.
I think when it comes to originality, just like Atira said, we have it based on each state.
Yeah.
Like you said, Kelantan have nasi dagang, right?
Mm.
And as for me, Johor, I think laksa Johor.
Mm.
But then in Kelantan you can probably have laksa Johor shop. Like you can taste our state food, and we in Johor can taste nasi dagang.
Yeah.
So like we have it like share the
culture between us.
share the food
Yeah, that's
all
it.
over the state lah.
Yeah, I think we need to start promoting food besides nasi lemak.
That's
Obvious
true.
use, right?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Like, I think another well-known food, maybe like when foreigners come here, of course it's got to be rice, but nasi kerabu.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think nasi kerabu is also quite a well-known food known by the
Yeah.
foreigners.
Actually, I never taste nasi kerabu in my life.
Same
Yeah.
here.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I haven't tasted until now. I don't know. Maybe I should try it, but
I think you should try it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't like the blue color
Oh.
of the rice.
It scares you.
Maybe it's like, okay, how can we eat blue rice, something like that. But I know the taste is so good and tasty, but later I will try. But I don't know when.
They have one selling in front of
Yeah.
the masjid.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I heard the nice one around here is at Mahala Bilal.
Oh my
Ah,
god.
They sell like Pantai Timur food. Okay,
Oh,
you should go try.
really? They have nasi dagang or not?
I'm not sure. Never
Oh.
tried. I've been wanting to go, but every time I go, it's closed.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
have luck, man. But yeah, you should definitely try.
Okay,
Yeah.
later.
But yeah,
Yeah.
despite everything that we discussed, I think one thing that we should not proud of, but we should address something that actually very creative and intelligent that our people do is how we localize food from outside. Like let's say pasta. Pasta is obviously Italian food.
Yes.
But since Malaysian, we like to incorporate fruit from outside and like mix it with our food teams, and they invent these such as salted egg pasta
Yeah.
or buttermilk pasta. I don't think that. I mean, Italian have these food,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's how. And then, for example, like takoyaki also. You know that takoyaki in Japan is so different than the one in Malaysia. Yeah.
Really? How
Oh.
different is it?
Yeah, because in Japanese, the original takoyaki, they have pickled ginger. I mean, they also have the okonomiyaki sauce, and also the katsuobushi, the
Oh, what is that?
fish flakes,
Ah.
the one that
that's what it's called.
kind of like moving on top of the
Oh, yeah,
takoyaki.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen that.
Ah.
But
It's
in
moving.
Malaysia, they didn't put pickled ginger
They
because
usually put like octopus, the
we don't
crab.
even put
Ah.
octopus.
really
Yeah,
Japanese culture they don't put octopus.
no, in our
Oh,
version of takoyaki.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
It's rare,
our
it's
local doesn't really enjoy octopus and pickled ginger,
Mhm.
so we try to localize it. We use sausages, and then we don't put the pickled ginger. Yeah, and then even the okonomiyaki sauce, the black sauce, is
Ah.
a bit sweet. Yeah, a bit sweet because we use most of the ingredients we use are like soy sauce from Malaysia. I mean, soy sauce from Malaysia and Japanese are so different. So that's
Yeah, obviously.
yeah, that's how
Mhm.
like I think something we are so good at, like localizing food.
Right.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
So it's something admirable, I would say, because we
Mhm.
have this effort to at least localize other cultures' food to fit our people's taste buds. Because I'm not sure if you guys eat pickled ginger. I like pickled ginger. Pickled ginger with sushi is an amazing match. But
No.
if I were- oh my god, we can't be friends. We can't be friends. Just kidding. But yeah, pickled ginger in takoyaki. I'm not sure if I would personally like it as well.
I tried it once though. I ended up not eating takoyaki.
Yeah,
I remember I was so excited. I saw like this, I would say like a store selling real Japanese food, and I bought the takoyaki. And I tried, and I feel very guilty because like it's a bit expensive than normal takoyaki price point,
I see.
and I ended up putting it in the bin because no one really eats it too. So I feel really guilty at that time.
Wait, you bought it here?
Huh?
You bought it here?
No, in my home.
Oh, in your home. I see.
Yeah, in my town. Yeah.
Takoyaki.
That's an interesting point about us localizing the foods.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think it will be like a new, not trend, something that will be an ongoing things in the future. Yeah, we'll be bringing food from outside and then like try to localize it, like shawarma.
Oh.
Shawarma.
Shawarma. I love shawarma.
There's a lot of shawarma in Malaysia.
Yeah.
In UIA specifically.
Yeah, in
of
my
course,
hometown.
UIA.
Like I was so shocked because I like Zauk shawarma. So shawarma tastes very how do I say it? Like
Aromatic.
not aromatic, like it's the real shawarma.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
But I was so surprised that people love shawarma from the Halima. Have you tried it?
I have.
That was
is
like
it good?
It doesn't. It's not my.
it's
cup of
very
tea.
much localized. So
Yeah,
Oh.
true.
people write down on the IOM anonymous platform. Do you know?
Mhm.
It's like on Telegram, and
Yes,
they keep saying
I
that the Halima shawarma is like the best shawarma.
Really.
Yeah, I think one of the point is because it's being localized.
Again,
Yeah.
to fit the
The taste bud of
Malaysians.
Malaysian. That's just one
So
of the example.
I guess that's a sort of approach or need in Malaysians where we have the identity. We want to find the identity by localizing other people's food, which I guess is a good start.
Yeah, it's a good start.
It's a good start. But okay, just to put in, I'm not a huge fan of Halima's shawarma. It's too creamy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually kind of like her. It's just different. I like it, but in a different way. But I still love my Zauk. So, guys need to buy Zauk. Zauk need to. It's
Or
free,
half
guys.
price.
It's not paid content. It's
Ah.
free.
Yeah, shawarma.
So after
and
this
takoyaki.
podcast, you will treat us. So
Oh,
For
That's-
buka puasa, we have another 6 hours ish
yeah,
for
yeah.
buka puasa.
Yeah.
We can wait.
It's really good. I like it better than the one at what Hafsa? Yeah.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I think
like
Hafsa
Hafsas.
I
It's
love
like
the
a good-
Hafsa one.
a good-
Same.
yeah.
Nice. Fist bump.
Yeah.
I think the Hafsa one is like a good balance between the original one and also like
Local.
being localized. Yeah.
Right. I think that's why I like it because there's still that taste of the original. Yeah.
It's good, but Zao is better.
Okay, I will try.
Also,
I will
like on
try
a
this
scale, oh yeah, you should.
one. Yeah.
yeah.
But on a scale, you're either full on original or full on localized. Like that.
Oh, I can't really tell though. That's the thing about Malaysia. We
Can't
we
pick a
like
side?
things different.
I see.
Yeah. I like. It's like when you mention that you like satay in Indonesian too, but you also like Malaysian satay differently. Like yeah.
Oh, you like it differently. Okay, I
Yeah.
understand. I feel you.
Yeah.
Valid.
Despite everything that we have discussed just now, right? And we bring back to our question earlier. If we have identity for our food, do we have it?
I think
I
we
think-
do.
Yeah,
I
I
for
think
sure
we do.
Of course
do.
we do. Yeah.
But again, we are heavily influenced by others.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just to maintain the identity and
Yeah,
not
yeah.
lose it and embrace it.
I think it's there. It's slowly, you know, increasing the popularity of our food.
Yeah.
We just need times and hard work from others to appreciate our culture in general. Yeah.
Yeah. As for me, I think because of Malaysia, we have a lot of races, Malay, Chinese, Indian, and all sorts of races. It's like we all of us can eat one food, just like nasi lemak. Chinese can eat nasi lemak, Indian
yeah.
can eat nasi lemak also, and we Malay can eat thosai.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And Chinese food, it's like we okay. So it's like we feeling great about our culture.
Yeah. Like despite different races, we share
Yeah.
the same taste bud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
And I personally
So-
think it's not going to be decreasing
Mhm,
soon because food it is in our special hearts and all
Yeah,
our
yeah,
lives,
Of
I
course,
think.
yeah.
So in the near future, I think it's actually going to be enhanced. So
Yeah, but
Food.
you know, there's actually one food that I think will always be the best food in the world. You know what is it?
What?
is it?
It's the food that was given for free.
Of course,
You
free
can
food for
never
life.
reject for
You
life.
know, free food
That's
for
like the
life.
best food. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we are.
But yes, we have discussed quite a plenty of discussions and
Yeah.
concerns, but it is safe to say that Malaysia has a level of identity in terms of
Yes.
food. It's just a matter of appreciating it,
Yeah.
practicing it, like how Akmal has mentioned just now,
Yes.
and really self-identifying it, I guess, with food. But again, Malaysia has a special heart for food.
Yeah.
And again, I guess this wraps up our series for today.
Yeah.
Malaysia, who are you in terms of food? And
Yeah, inshallah, we're going to discuss with the same, within the
same
same
theme,
concepts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
where
but different. So
Hopefully you guys get some insight or new information from our podcast, our episode today. So yeah.
do follow us on our social media
Yeah,
platforms.
don't forget.
The
the
HIBISCUS
HIBISCUS podcast also. If you watch this, don't forget to share it on your status or your IG story with the hashtag the HIBISCUS
HIBISCUS
podcast.
podcast.
Okay, so
look forward to more of our series of
Yeah, yeah.
questioning Malaysia's identity in more aspects.
Yes.
And stay tuned, and that will be all from the HIBISCUS
HIBISCUS
podcast.
podcast.
Bye.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum.